Welcome back to episode 13 of The Pulse. I'm Mariana, alongside with my co-host Molly.
We have an epic show in store for you today. Wait, Mariana, we forgot to take off our masks.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot.
Phew, it feels good to be back without them.
Thank gosh, I can't even remember the last time I was in school without a mask. It does make our episode a little bit outdated.
Mariana, guess what?
What?
Today is actually another special day. It's Ryan and Aiden's birthday.
Happy birthday, guys!
Mariana, are you in the fashion show this year?
Of course! I can't wait for it.
Luckily for us, Tess and Gabby have gotten an exclusive preview of the show.
I heard about that. Oh wait, the fashion show is actually tomorrow. What perfect timing. This is also a reminder to every senior watching, spray tans are not allowed.
Let's take a look.
Looks nice,
Yvonne Greenwood, and I'm chair of this Chatham PTO fashion show.
Nona LaRue, co-chair with Kathy Hodges.
Catwalk is actually stems from the fashion show. A few years ago, Project Runway was on, and we have a class where students sew outfits, and we decided, wouldn't it be great to showcase them in the segment in the fashion show? And so it grew out of that. We had a lot of designers, and it got that we couldn't allow every person that wanted to register because there were so many kids that wanted to participate in it. So then we decided to make it into a judging competition, which is really fun because for 14 sessions, the students prepare these outfits from scratch, which is amazing. It's incredible what they do.
They're so talented.
Some of these students have never even sewed before they got to the class. So it's really incredible to see. And then the senior models showcase their outfits at Catwalk, which Catwalk has become like its own animal of sorts. So we decided to give it its own special day, an event, and then they will then showcase it again at fashion show in one of the clothing segments. We have the senior models come down in the outfits.
I am so excited that these kids finally get to have a fashion show and that they get to walk down the runway and just celebrate. They're seniors. They're gonna display the clothing from the local vendors that haven't been able to do it in the past. And they have skits that they're doing. It's just exciting that we get to show these seniors and have fun with it.
It's been a rough couple of years for them. It's been a very rough couple of years that no one expected, so I think we're very excited for them.
The theme is life at Chatham High, and so that's what we are reflecting because it's day in the life. It's you wake up, you go to you'll see during the series of events of the show. You wake up, you go to school, you have
Sports.
gyms,
You have all
sports.
kinds of different areas of your day of the students. And Reach for the Stars, which was the theme for Catwalk,
yes, right.
was about what's next in your journey in going to college, what your future holds as seniors. When you graduate, you'll be reaching for the stars.
My name is Colin Fitzgerald.
My name's Cece Conti, and the fashion show is this Friday, and I'm really excited for it.
My name is Josh Allison, and I'm in the 2022 fashion show. I think the most important thing when it comes to the fashion show is the amount of effort that the moms put in to get it working for us. You know, they set up all the meetings, they set up when everyone's getting fitted for all their clothes, you know. They really worked hard to get it going. I'm wearing a suit as I'm in the prom segment. I'm not really sure what the other segments are, so that's gonna be fun. And I'm not personally in a skit, but I've heard what some of the skit ideas are, and they're going to be very funny. And I'm looking very, very forward to seeing what my classmates have come up with.
In preparation for it, I'm in the prom section of the fashion show, so I had to get my prom dress fitted and make sure that everything fit right.
My favorite outfit at Prima, I got to pick out, I'm in the prom the prom part of it, so I got to pick out my own tux. And so I picked out like this rainbow jacket with like flowers on it and stuff. And it's pretty cool. It's like a, rainbow jacket. And I'm gonna do, they gave me a black button-down undershirt. So it's like a rainbow suit and then a black button-down with black pants. So it's pretty cool.
Again, for the fashion show, we had meetings like once a month, just going over everything, and we would walk on the runway. And then I'm not in a skit, but all the skits were filmed at my house, so it was cool to see how they came together and everything that went into them, because there was a lot of work that went into them, and I'm just super excited to see how it all turns out.
I'm excited. I'm getting a bit nervous given the amount of people showing up, but it should be sick.
Me too. I've been looking forward to this from the start of the year. Mariana, have you seen the girls' basketball team?
Yes, they're unreal. These past 2 home games have been absolutely insane. We were able to catch a quick recap of their season.
Okay, I'm Carly and I'm a senior.
I'm Riley, I'm a junior.
I'm Addison, I'm a sophomore.
I think the most memorable moment for me was definitely our game versus Snyder. We had a really good comeback and Riley hit a really big 3 at the end.
We've definitely made a lot of memories outside. Every weekend we usually watch movies, specifically Sing 2. It's really good. Grace is based in it.
We have Ella Cruiser, she's a freshman and also a dumb blonde, and then in the timeouts, he always says like, you got it blonde.
Carly obviously has been such a strong person to have on the court and off, but really specifically like every time she's on the court, Kelsey and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago, but we just always feel so much more comfortable.
I mean, we'll miss them, but I think we'll still have a good time, and we just need people to step up and take like Carly's leadership.
I think next year Riley's going to have a really big role, again, like she did this year. A few of the other juniors, like Kelsey and Cammie, I think will also have to step up into a new leadership position.
I mean, we're super excited. We have a lot of like young girls on the team. Obviously, Ella and Mia starting every game as freshmen is really impressive. So I think the future's looking good.
Definitely Cammie, and she gives the oh yeah really loud, and yeah, she's good bench hype.
Fantastic season from the girls' basketball team once again. So glad we were able to recap it.
Molly, do you love stories?
No?
Well, that made this transition awkward. Anyway, new to the CHS Pulse, Gabe and Patrick became professional storytellers.
Oh, well then, let's take a look at Patrick's story.
So we're here today with Patrick, and he's a junior, and he's going to tell us a very interesting story from his childhood.
Of course, yes, I'm going to tell you a very interesting story. So, I was at the beach, you know, the beach. Sand, water, etc. Sometimes fish, maybe. So I'm at the beach, I'm with my family, I'm with my extended family, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, my grandma, my grandpa, my grandpa's friend, my grandma's friend, my grandpa's friend's friend, my grandpa's friend's friend, lover, perhaps.
So you had the whole family together. And where was this? Should be exciting.
This was in Sea Isle City. It's one of the beaches on like the Jersey coast where all the beaches is. So I was there, having a good time. I was between the age of maybe like 4 and 12, pretty big range. I don't remember exactly when this happened. But what I do remember is on that day, there was this horrible smell in the air. I believe there was like some sort of garbage truck or ship that was just like near the beach, and it smelled horrible the whole day. Very gross, very unpleasant. So I believe we were gonna leave the beach early, and so we were packing up our stuff. It was probably mid-afternoon. I was sort of cloudy out, just not a great day. Smelled horrible, not great weather, kind of cold. Not a great day at the beach. And what I remember is, and this could just be one of those things where you perceive something different once you're like thinking of it as a memory. But what I remember is that there was a plane overhead, and it was like ridiculously close to the ground. Like I could see it, look up, and it would take up like pretty much my whole field of view. It was like, I don't know, 50 feet above, something crazy. And I think about that memory and I'm like, that couldn't have happened, right? Because planes don't fly that low. That would be too dangerous. But then I think, but I remember it, so something like that has to have happened, Maybe it was a dream, but it's a very particular memory. So I thought it was, a sort of interesting story to share here today. I thought of less of death and more just of, what is that plane doing here? Yeah. Why is this plane here? It was also, it was not it was not like a normal plane. It wasn't really like a super small plane or like a big jet. It was more of just like I don't know. It was just like sort of medium-sized plane covered in rust and like garbage. I think that's why.
Oh, so it was like really, really old?
It was really old. Very gross, very disgusting. No idea why it's on a public beach.
And do you know where the plane ended up, or it just fly by?
It just went away. Out into, it kept going up, and then it went into the clouds, and then we can only presume that it went into space.
That sounds a lot like a dream.
Yeah, could have been a dream. Maybe it's one of those things where you mix a memory with a dream with just, time of,
I think that's called like deja vu or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Where you just like dream of something and then it happens right after and you're just like, oh.
I don't know, I didn't take psych, so.
You didn't know it? Yeah, that sounds very interesting though. I don't think that's ever happened, anything similar to that to me. But I've gone to many, many planes and I don't think we've ever been that close to a beach or that low to the ground before we're actually landing, so that's very interesting there.
Yeah. Planes are crazy.
I'm so confused.
Wow, that was anticlimactic?
I mean, it's still interesting, I guess.
I wish Chatham brought back a good old game show. I miss a good old game show.
Did you purposely say that? Because Ryan and Patrick held the first ever Battle of the Pulse.
Oh, right. Molly, which class has the best? I take period 2 all day.
We are the best, so I have to agree. Let's see who won.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Ryan Graziano, aka Mr. Pulse. And welcome to the Battle of the Pulse. Contestants, please introduce yourselves.
I'm Gabe Toledo, a senior. My name is Colin Decker, and I'm also a senior.
My name is Liam McCombs, and I'm a junior.
I'm CT Kraft, and I'm a junior.
I'm Liz Marquet, and I'm a senior. I'm Sarah Pettigene, and I'm a senior.
The rules of the game are simple. I will be asking a series of questions, and the group with the most correct answers at the end of the game wins. This is the Battle of the Pulse.
All right, it is time for the first round of questions. Here's how it's going to work. I will ask a question, and the first person to answer it correctly will get a point. The first question is, what is the biggest animal in the world? Go on.
Will it be the blue whale?
That's correct. If I had 6 nickels, ate 2 of them, took a $20 bill out of Mr. Clark's wallet, and then put back in 5 so you couldn't tell the difference, how much money would I have?
Does it count when you eat?
Yes. I'm lost.
Right. Wait, is it 30 cents?
No.
$15 and 4 nickels.
which is 20 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 points.
2-0. Let's get it.
What was the intro of the first Pulse episode?
Jeez.
This is
Oh wait, it was the one where I was falling up down the stairs.
Oh, Full House? No.
No, that was the second one.
What was it called?
SNL.
Are we not thinking our heads?
Everyone's at the same time and you yelled it.
Ah.
Okay, what is the name of this animal who often lives in people's homes, is referred to as a man's best friend?
Dog.
Yeah, let's go.
Give it a tie. What character did Mr. Clark play on Evil Tops?
The ex-boyfriend.
The murderer.
Whoa.
The
You
killer.
can get a bonus point if you know the name. But what did he play?
Something Lee.
You got it.
Alright,
That's 2 points. Alright, which of these were not an intro on the Pulse this season? Zoe 101, Full House, Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Sweet Life.
Zach and Cody.
That was so weird. That was so weird.
Period 4. And now for the last question of round 1. What was the most viewed video on the Chatham High School YouTube channel?
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Incorrect.
Shoot.
Raise your hand.
On the channel or on the
On the
Pulse?
channel, not the Pulse, the whole YouTube channel.
Oh,
the Sense and Sensibility.
Wrong.
the Crucible?
Yes.
I was gonna say the Crucible.
Not the Crucible.
Okay. All right. Let's take a look at the score. Period 4 with 3 points. Period 2 with 4 points, and period 8 with 2 points. All right. For round 2, I'm going to ask you. All a question that we asked Mr. Clark yesterday, and whoever guesses his answers the closest will get the point. All right. What is Mr. Clark's favorite fruit?
Each of you make a guess.
Raspberries.
Strawberries?
Blueberries.
My favorite fruit? Lemon.
What? Lemon? How do you eat lemon? Do you eat it plain?
That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Lemon?
Do you just eat
Well,
lemons?
no one was close, so no one gets that.
Or
No one was remotely close to
favorite
that.
flavor? Like,
I just squeeze it on everything.
All right, ready?
I put it in all my drinks.
What is Mr. Clark's favorite season? Not full swing. Well, everyone just give an answer.
Spring.
Summer.
fall.
My favorite season? Fall.
Period 4.
Need help us out?
What is
No.
How tall is Mr. Clark? This one's cat. Oh, he's lying. Go ahead, give your answer.
5'9"?
I'm gonna go 6 foot.
No.
5'11".
Yeah. How tall are you? 5'11".
I'm not quite 5'11".
He is 5'9".
Yeah.
What is Mr. Clark's favorite music genre?
What's that?
Favorite music genre?
Mine?
I got it. I got it.
It's like R&B. Hip hop.
It's EDM.
Favorite music genre? R&B.
What?
Period 4.
I remember
like
two.
R&B.
Never
A little bit more than EDM.
Yes,
Yeah, because all R&B I like has curse words.
Okay, here we go.
Every day.
What is Mr. Clark's favorite sport?
Track.
Favorite sport? Track and field.
What is Mr. Clark's favorite musical artist?
No, what's his
Is
name?
it Nicki Minaj?
No.
Kanye.
What's the name of the person? It's like, starts with a T or something.
Favorite musical artist? Ty Dolla $ign.
That's who it was. I knew it started with a T.
Alright, what is Mr. Clark's favorite TV show?
Evil Tops.
No, I wouldn't use that.
Stranger Things.
Favorite TV show? Oh my god, there's so many, but my favorite one of all time probably has to be Prison Break.
Alright, for the final question of the show, what's the scores? 5.
3.
So, if period 4 can get it right, they'll tie and win. If they get it wrong, then period 2 wins. What is Mr. Clark's favorite color? Oh, I know this.
Red.
Yellow.
Blue? It's either blue or orange.
Favorite color? Yellow.
Wow.
Really?
Oh, so we won anyway.
Should have
And the win-
followed up with the lemon.
The winner.
Oh.
And the winner is period
without a
2.
shadow of a doubt, the best host class.
Oh, well.
Oh, it's just
Period 2.
Wait, and whose episode is this? Yeah.
Period 2.
Period two. Okay.
Ha! I knew we were the best.
You mean we knew?
Yes, I guess, of course.
Mariana, do you know what time it is?
After all this time, it's finally back.
That's right. Billy on the Street is finally back.
Well, partly. Check out this teaser for Molly and MZ in the hallway. The return.
Hello, I'm Molly McKenzie and I'm here with my friend Mariana, back by popular demand with everyone's favorite game, For a Nickel.
Billy on the street, Billy on the street, he's making dreams come true. Billy on the street.
This is Mariana, and we're waiting for the bell to ring for lunch. We're in the lobby right now.
Now we're back. We're better than ever. Got a good list of questions, hot topics CHS is dying to know.
See what the students of Chatham High School have to say.
Crash. Oh, it's starting! It's starting!
There's the bell. It's time to play Billy on the Street, everyone.
If you want to check out the full 17-minute spin-off episode, click right here. Tune in next week to see what happened when Mr. Clark was really late to school one day.
This is Mariana.
And Molly.
Signing off.